Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tried. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The hike! 180!
50! 50's a mark! 50's a mark! You ain't going nowhere! 49! Check 49!
Rhino!
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Come on, dude.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On first down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a man who really came on late last year. It's Damian Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
48.
53. Check 53.
To throw is Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Vikings, nothing.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cook running right. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
36.
Receiver.
On the carry, it's Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check. Fresno.
A toss to Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Vikings 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Man able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
54. Watch 54. All day. All day.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, receiver.
Hey, check. Mike,
hey, exit.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, dude. I'm coming after you.
Throwing, Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's one of 2 Colquitts punting at our game here. This is Britton who gets the first shot. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's McCoy. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with McCoy. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At their 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. His first running back, McCoy. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 35, Vikings 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get.
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. 79 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Let's go, Wally.
54. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.33 40, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Yellow. Let's go, Woo, Eddie.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
That's right.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Gets this one to Hill. 23 yards, the final tally. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds McCoy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They run it again with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run. Cook. Cook able to escape. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
53 is the money. Smooth. 53 is the money. 53. Check 53. Let's take that.
Cousins the thrower. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. There's a short little toss to Carrier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Diggs has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Check Mike, check Mike.
1st down, Minnesota.
Yellow. Mike, 53, Mike.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Check pass. Let's go.
Cousins again. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. Shift, shift. 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 Watch the shift.
Now Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Cousins on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Check pass, check pass.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 31, check 31. Check.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Cook. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. There's a short little toss to Carrier. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Keep playing hard,
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. One last shot now for Cousins. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter in 2018? He set a record for touchdown passes with 13.
Yeah, you think back to that entrance, and he has just kept it up. Amazing what he's been able to do. So for Kansas City, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.